Close your eyes and think of a train ride. What do you hear? For over a century, the soundtrack of railway travel was a distinct rhythmic heartbeat. Clickety clack, clickety clack. It's a sound immortalized in folk songs, classic movies, and literature. But if you step onto a modern train today, that iconic rhythm is mostly gone, replaced by a smooth, quiet hum. So what happened? Did we just design quieter train wheels? Or is there a hidden piece of engineering beneath our feet that changed the railway forever? Welcome to Simple Things Surprising Histories. Today, we are looking down at the tracks to answer the question, why don't trains make that sound anymore? Let's start with the sound itself. What exactly was the clickety clack? To understand it, we have to look at how early railroads were built. Historically, steel rails were manufactured in short sections, usually about 39 feet long in the United States, simply because that was the size of the rail cars that transported them. But steel has a scientific quirk: thermal expansion. It expands when it gets hot and shrinks when it gets cold. If early engineers had bolted those rails tightly together, the summer sun would have caused the steel to expand, warp, and buckle out of place, which would derail the trains. To fix this, they left a small gap between every single piece of rail. When a heavy steel wheel rolled over that tiny gap, it dropped ever so slightly and hit the next rail. Click, clack. Multiply that by dozens of wheels, and you get the famous rhythm. That sound might have been incredibly romantic for passengers, but for railway engineers, it was the sound of money being lost. Every time a heavy wheel slammed into that gap, it acted like a tiny, heavy hammer. Over time, this constant battering damaged the ends of the steel rails and severely wore out the train's wheels. It meant a bumpy ride and incredibly expensive, non-stop maintenance. Most importantly, it severely limited how fast trains could go. If we wanted the high-speed rail networks of the modern world, the gaps had to go. But wait, if we get rid of the gaps, what happens to all that expanding steel in the summer heat? The answer is a brilliant piece of modern engineering called continuous welded rail, or CWR. Starting in the mid-20th century, railways began welding those short rails together into massive seamless ribbons of steel, sometimes miles long. But to stop the tracks from buckling in the heat, engineers used a clever trick. Before locking the rails into place, they stretched the steel with hydraulics or heat it up to a specific stress-free temperature. Then they anchor the rail incredibly tightly to heavy concrete ties using high-tension steel clips. Because the rail is held down with such immense physical force, it literally cannot expand or shrink. The thermal stress is absorbed internally by the steel itself. The gaps are gone. The track is continuous. And just like that, the clickety-clack was engineered out of existence. While we lost that nostalgic rhythmic heartbeat of the railway, we gained trains that are smoother, safer, and faster than ever before. Sometimes, the loudest revolutions in technology are the ones that make things quiet. If you enjoyed this little journey into railway history, please hit that like button, share this video with a friend, and make sure to subscribe to Simple Things Surprising Histories for more hidden stories behind our everyday world. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.